This is David Mack, former University of Oregon track standout, multi-time world championship qualifier, and potentially the biggest crash out in track and field history. In high school, David was a superb talent in track and field. 2 years in a row, he had won the California State Meet in 800 meters. His dream was to attend the University of Southern California, but his high school coach felt like he would thrive more at the University of Oregon, so he went there. During his first year at Oregon, he dated a girl from his hometown of Southside LA, who we all know as the 100 and 200 meter world record holder, Florence Griffith Joyner. Mack's 3 years at Oregon were turbulent, marked by success on the track, struggles in the classroom, and frequent battles with coach Bill Dillinger. All 3 years at Oregon, he was the Pac-12 800 meter champion. After his junior year, he knew it was time to elevate his running career. In 1983, he turned professional, joining the Santa Monica Track Club. His first year pro, he qualified for the World Championships with a time of 1:44.3, but he failed to make the finals at this World Championships. 1984 was another opportunity to qualify for yet another Olympic Games after finishing sixth place at the 1980 Olympic trials as a freshman in college. He was devastated because he suffered a stress fracture in his shin that caused him not to make it out the heats of the 1984 Olympic trials, missing the 1984 Olympics in his hometown of Los Angeles. In 1985, he had a huge comeback. He ran 1:43.35 seconds, which at the time was the second fastest time ever by an American, and still ranks top 10 in American history. In 1987, he qualified for yet another World Championship team. After that season, the lingering shin injury returned, and he decided to retire from track. He knew that now he would have to move on to different ventures. In 1988, Mack was sworn in as a Los Angeles Police Department officer. He worked as a patrol officer and then as an undercover narcotics officer. And as an undercover, Mack began to get the rep of a dirty cop. He started involving himself in many illegal schemes and scandals to earn extra money on the side. He next moved to a late shift, West Los Angeles. Mack began a relationship with Erilyn Romero, a 19-year-old ticket taker at the Baldwin Theater. In 1990, Mack was awarded the LA Police Department Medal of Heroism in 1993 for shooting a drug dealer who threatened his police partner, Rafael Ray Perez, with a gun during an undercover drug operation. During this time, Mack and his partner, Officer Perez, became involved with LA street gang, the Mob Piru Blood Set, who had ties with Suge Knight and Death Row Records. Mack and his partner Perez worked security for Death Row Records and Suge Knight while off duty. On March 9, 1997, around midnight, Biggie Smalls left with his entourage in two green 1997 GMC Suburbans to attend the after party in the Hollywood Hills. Prior to leaving, the LA Fire Department had closed the party early because of smoking, loud music, and overcrowding. By 12:45 a.m., the streets were crowded with people leaving the museum. Christopher Wallace, aka Biggie Smalls' SUV stopped at a red light at the corner of Wilshire Boulevard and South Fairfax Avenue. A dark-colored 1994 through 1996 Chevrolet Impala SS drove to the side of Biggie Smalls' Suburban. The driver of the Impala, a black male, lowered his window, drew a 9mm blue steel pistol, and fired at the Suburban. 4 bullets hit Biggie Smalls. Biggie's entourage rushed him to the hospital, where doctors performed emergency surgery, but he was pronounced dead at 1:15 a.m. at the age of 24 years old. That black SS Impala involved in the murder was later proved to be owned by David Mack. Suge Knight, a long-term business partner of Tupac Shakur, who was killed 6 months prior in Vegas, was accused of conspiring with corrupt LA police officer David Mack and making the death appear to be the result of the rap rivalry between Biggie Smalls and Tupac. The cover-up was successful, and overall, no one was arrested for the murder. In August 1997, Mack's lover, Evelyn Romero, became employed at a Bank of America branch near the USC campus. On November 6, 1997, Mack entered the bank, claiming he wanted access to his safe deposit box. Once he secured the area, he attacked Romero, the branch assistant manager, and stole $722,000 from the vault. Romero, who had ordered extra cash that day, later admitted her involvement and named Mack as the mastermind. Mack was arrested December 1997, but his two accomplices were never caught. He was sentenced to 14 years and 3 months in prison and was released on May 14, 2010. Mack had never revealed the location of the stolen money, so he had successfully robbed a bank, taken all the money, did not have to return it, never opened his mouth in the interrogation room, didn't give up his accomplices, so they skated away scotch-free with their cut of the stolen money while he did 14 years and came home to the rest of the money. All in all, David Mack was a legendary 800-meter runner for the United States. He was a crooked cop who did a lot of corrupted things during his time as an officer. He was an early boyfriend of the great Flojo. He was involved in the murder of one of hip-hop's most prolific rappers, Biggie Smalls. You could say that he's honestly done and seen it all throughout his lifetime. David Mack is currently 63 years old, living in Medford, Oregon, under the radar with his wife.